This is the Dodgeland High School Technology Education Department course offerings. I'm Ms. Vitale.
And I'm Mr. Schultz. Thanks for joining us.
First class, cross-media graphics. It's a year-long class. It gives students a broad introduction into the skills and knowledge needed for graphic communications, print and digital media. Students learn graphic design, layout, production. Graphic art allows students to find their niche, whether it's in print, like screening a t-shirt, or using Illustrator to make digital art and designs. This is a course that's hands-on. You're working with materials, you're screening, you're inking your designs, you're using software to create digital art. The important skills you need: motivation, initiative, and the ability to work through a project to its finish are necessary for this class. Graphic communication is one of Wisconsin's largest industries. We rank in the top 10 leading states for graphic communication employers. Wisconsin also has a very strong and nationally recognized graphic communication and media post-secondary programs, both at the technical college and the four-year colleges. Digital photography. You learn the difference between simply pressing the shutter button to snap a picture as opposed to using compositional skills to create a photographic image. The emphasis is on digital photography and videography. This is a semester class, a mixture of both teacher and student-chosen projects. It is strongly recommended that you have access to a digital camera or a personal device to take photographs. You'll have an opportunity to learn Photoshop and how to take your photography work through post-production to create unique images. Student work is currently posted on Ms. Vitale's school website. Check it out to see some of the projects and work produced by photography students. Building construction. This is a year-long course. It gives students a basic understanding of residential building design and construction. Occupations in construction are expected to grow 13% in the next 8 years. So this is a great introduction into a field that can be both fulfilling, both personally and professionally. Students design and build projects while developing their knowledge of framing, wall, and roof systems. If you have an interest in the building trades or structural engineering, this is a good introductory class for you. Basic Home and Auto. It's available to sophomores, juniors, and seniors. The focus is the necessary skills for home and rental ownership, repairs, weatherization, as well as basic car and home maintenance. The objective for the class is to provide young people with essential knowledge necessary to be a home and car owner and to be able to make informed decisions when you need to seek professional service.
All right, Mr. Schultz here. These are some of the class offerings that I have throughout the day. Basic Electricity, Basic Electronics is a year-long class, open to grades 9 through 12, and basically you can see we start out with career safety, the basics of residential wiring, any lab standards or practices in the shop, use of conductors, boxes, fittings, covers, and lab wiring. These are just a couple pictures of what you see daily in the classroom. We're normally working, we have 25 plus different labs that we go through in that class. At semester turn, we switch over to Basic Electronics, and again, this is the second part of the year. We're reading schematics, series circuits, parallel circuits, complex circuits, anything that you're seeing, like if you cracked open an iPad or an iPod and seeing the circuit wiring under there. That's what we're starting to deal with in here. You guys will be doing 2 soldering projects towards the end of the year, which will be purchased, and those range from insanity alarms, buzzers, lighting kits, things of that nature. Here's an example of schematics that we would normally be doing with a solderless breadboard. Woods is a year-long class, also offered to grades 10 through 12, and basically you go through all the machines that would be in a wood shop or a cabinet making shop, anything like that. You can see the machines listed on the screen there. Projects ends up being a class choice. What has been done in the past, you can see a couple examples here, which these are actual projects that we made right here in the shop. gun racks, bow racks, Adirondack chairs. You've probably seen end tables we've made, end cabinets. The top right is a storage unit for like hats and coats and hanging things from there. Welding 1 is a year-long class, also offered to grades 10 through 12. And again, the basic things that we're dealing with in there is grinding and cutting with a plasma cutter, oxyacetylene torch for like bending and heating up metal. We get into in-depth with stick welding and wire or MIG welding. Projects are individual choice. Pretty much anything that you want to do that's made out of metal you can do. Welding 2, this is again a year-long class. This is offered to 11th and 12th grade, and the reason for that, you need to have Welding 1 as a prerequisite in order to get in the class. Shortened welding assignments are offered. We are partnered with John Deere. In the last couple of years, we've been making a grill with them that has been John Deere themed. This is a great class if you want to have a future in engineering. You can see how a product is made start to finish, and it's basically you guys always dealing with the product. You can see in the pictures shown here, we do a couple tours of John Deere. We present to John Deere. We do mock-up of what the grill will look like. You can see a couple of the finished products. This year we're doing a POW MAA themed grill that's going to be given away to the veterans in the area for the grill outs. New class here offered, Discovery through Problem Solving. This is open to 9th through 12th graders. Brief safety on miter saw, bandsaw, drill press, sanders. I'm going to talk about like sketching up ideas. The 6 simple machines, which would be a wedge, a wheel and axle, lever, inclined plane, screw, pulley, things like that. We're going to talk about the problem-solving process. You're going to have team building. You will have a partner in this. It won't be individual. You'll have at least one other partner, if not 2, groups of 3 or 4. Projects, you'll basically be given a problem with a certain criteria, and you'll have to develop a solution within your team or group to complete that problem or solve that problem. Examples of this would be towers, bridges, mousetrap cars, catapults, things like that. Final project would be a Rube Goldberg. For those of you not familiar with Rube Goldberg, it's the top right graphic there. Basically, it's like the game of mousetrap, where something does something to another thing in order to continue the process to eventually achieve a main goal. You can also see examples of like towers, bridges made, mousetrap cars, things of that nature. Last thing on here, new class offered to Dodgeland is the Dodgeland Trojan Manufacturing, and name subject to change. You can basically change it to whatever you want your logo to be for the class. We're looking for people that are grades 11 to 12. And basically what you're going to be doing is running a mini business through the school to create custom projects per customer needs. Again, from the beginning, you're going to design, develop, manufacture, and sell a product to the consumer. Although this class is a tech ed course, we're looking for candidates from accounting, art classes, things like that offered here at Dodgeland, because again, it is the business as a whole. So we need someone to handle the money. We need someone to come up with the creative ideas and things like that. And then, of course, we need someone to manufacture them here. GPA requirements might be a prerequisite. We haven't really decided that yet. And again, having taken classes in business, accounting, art, sculpture, tech ed, woods, welding will definitely help you get into the class. Other than that, all these courses that we talked about today, I want to reiterate the fact that it is offered to boys and girls, so don't just think that it's a stereotype that only boys take the class or only girls take a particular class. Get in there and see if you're comfortable with a new process. You know, if you don't like the class, you can always switch it semester, but at least giving it a try and seeing if it's an interest of yours would definitely be beneficial for you in your future. Other than that, I don't have much else.
If you have any questions, come and talk to either one of us. We are encouraging everyone to take tech ed classes because they're a lot of fun, a lot of hands-on stuff. So
hope to see you next year.
See you next year.